Hello, I'm Danica, and this is Yoga with Danica. Today's practice is all about neck and shoulder love. You may want a yoga block for today's practice, but if you don't have one, no sweat. Make your way onto your mat and let's get started. We will begin today sitting on a block. If you don't have a block, you're welcome to just sit on your shins or on your heels. But just place a block right underneath your sitting bones and find a really nice, long, tall spine. So we're anchoring the tailbone down and reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And then let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back and towards each other. Bring your arms out wide like a T with the palms facing the front. And then try to take the backs of the hands back behind you, back into space. And really reach the heart forward. And you can lift your gaze a little bit so you're looking towards the ceiling, maybe looking where the ceiling meets the wall. So let's anchor the tailbone down and maintain that core stability. And then from there, lift up and out of the hips as you reach the heart forward and lean the head back. Take one more deep breath in, reach the heart forward even more. And then as you exhale, let's bring the palms to touch in front of the heart. And then release. So again, finding that tall spine, root the tailbone down, crown of the head lifts, heart lifts. Reach the right arm up, palm facing the front again. And then bend at the elbow just so your forearm can dangle behind the head, maybe even in between the shoulder blades. And then bring the left hand on top of the right elbow. And then anchor the tailbone down. If you're like me, the core is the first thing to go. And we want to try to maintain that stability here so that we can find some safe release in our neck and shoulders. So here we're going to press our head back into our arm. Root the tailbone down. Lift up and out of the hips and lift the heart as you lean back into your arm. Keep breathing. If you want to stay here, this is doing a lot. I'm sure you can feel it. If you want to take it a bit further, you could start to bend towards the left, breathing into the right side of your body. Keep pressing the head back into the arms and rooting the tailbone down. And just notice without judgment how easy it is when you're releasing tension in one place to kind of take it on into a new place. Like we're releasing tension right now. I'm sure you can feel where you're releasing tension. And at the same time, if you're letting your core go, we're accumulating tension in the low back. So we kind of want to avoid that because it's all connected. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale back to center. Release the left arm and then the right arm. And then we're just going to take both arms in a really big circle. Just playing around with your range of motion. So move slowly. There's no need to rush through any of this. Just take it at your own speed. And then let your arms hang back down by your side. Just take a deep breath in. Left arm lifts up, palm facing the front, and then bend at the elbow and let the forearm dangle behind the head or maybe even between the shoulder blades. Right arm, right hand on top of the left elbow. Root the tailbone down and then lean the head back into the hand. Just keep lifting the heart. As you lean the head back, you're lifting your gaze towards the sky just a little bit. Breathe. And then maybe maybe bending over to the right, breathing into the left side of the body. But only if that feels good to you. No need to push it any further. Root the tailbone down. Lift the heart, lean the head back into the arms, and breathe. Last deep breath here. And then you'll come back to center. If you're not already there, release the right arm and then the left arm. And then take those arm circles in the opposite direction as last time. If you remember, you'll probably feel it. Just move slowly, root the tailbone down. Keep lifting up and out of the hips. Cool. So you can remove that block out from underneath of the sitting bones if you have one there. Set it off to the side. And just come down into a comfortable seat with the legs crossed out in front of you. Let's bring the hands to the knees. Root down the tailbone. Lift the crown of the head and the heart. So the shoulder blades are moving down the back and in towards each other, but maintaining that core stability. So rooting down the tailbone once again. And then we're just gonna kind of oscillate or rotate the rib cage around in a really big circle. So you can move really slowly here as well. Just take your sweet time and use the breath. And imagine the breath as sort of like an inner massage of the muscles. So if you're feeling something, some sort of sensation in the body, can you direct your breath into that space and maybe even expand that part of the body with your breath? Reverse the direction of the circle. One more round of breath. And then coming back to the center. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. You can have them as far away from the body or as close to the body as feels right to you. And then we're just going to inhale and reach the heart forward like we would in a cow pose. And as you exhale, we're going to round the upper spine, look towards the navel. Just a couple of rounds like that. As you inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. Last time. And the inhale will bring you back to center. Go ahead and roll over your shins and gracefully make your way into a tabletop position on all fours. Spread the fingers wide. And then we're all just going to slither down onto our bellies, coming into a sphinx pose. So forearms out in front of you. Elbows are kind of an inch in front of your shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. Root down through the pelvis and the tops of the feet, and then it's like you're pulling the ground towards you as you reach your heart forward and through the gateway of the arms. So notice what's going on with the head and neck. If there feels like there's a lot of unnecessary tension there. Try to extend out from the shoulder. So we're not cranking our neck in any specific way. It's just an extension of the spine. And keep pressing down through the forearms to lift yourself up and out of the shoulder girdle. Take one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, come back down onto your belly. We're going to bring the right hand out to the side with the palm facing the floor. And then roll over onto that right shoulder, stacking the legs. You can place your left fist underneath of your head to keep it in line with the spine. So you're welcome to stay here with the legs stacked, or you can lift the top foot and place that right behind the bottom knee, and then let that left knee just kind of fall back behind you. So we're not doing anything here. We're allowing gravity to kind of just do its thing. So kind of try moment to moment to allow your body to arrive here and relax here and let go. You just take 2 more deep breaths. And then we'll lift the top foot up if it's not stacked and stack it. And then very gently and slowly roll onto your belly. Stack one hand on top of the other, and then place your forehead down. Bend the knees, and windshield wiper them back and forth. Then bring the tops of the feet back down. Left side, left hand goes out to the side, palm facing the floor, and then we'll roll over onto the left shoulder. So make sure that left palm is facing the floor, and then your right fist can go underneath of your head. Legs can stay stacked, or you can lift the top foot up, place it behind the bottom knee, and then just let go of that knee. Just let it fall back behind you to whatever degree feels right for you. And breathe. It takes a couple of breaths for your body to kind of feel safe enough to let go. So just breathe. You don't need to force yourself into the end goal right away. Last deep breath here. And then we'll stack our feet, our legs again. Roll slowly onto your belly. Stack the hands once again underneath the forehead. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Just neutralizing the spine here. And then when you're ready, bring the tops of the feet down on the ground. And there's 2 options here. So the first one is to interlace the fingers behind the low back. But if that's not available to you, you can bring the arms down by the side with the palms facing the floor. They're both doing a lot of stuff, so one is not better than the other. So on the inhale, we're going to keep the pelvis rooted down, the tops of the feet rooted down, and then lift the heart as you squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. If your hands are interlaced, your fist is moving back towards your heels. And then try to keep the neck just an extension of the spine. So we're not trying to cricket in any way. We're just looking more towards the top edge of the mat. Keep breathing. For your last deep breath, come up a little bit higher. And then exhale, release. Plant the hands, push yourself back up into a tabletop, and then sink the hips all the way back towards the heels, coming into a child's pose. Toes touch, knees can come slightly apart as you let your body melt between them. You can bring your forehead to the mat or to a block, or you can place your hands underneath your forehead. We'll take a couple of breaths here in our child's pose. So imagine directing your breath into the back of your body. So with every inhale, the back of your body completely expands. like your breath is swirling around the spine, kind of massaging all of the muscles that support our spine. Last deep breath here. Inhale will lift you back up into a tabletop. And then we'll cross our ankles and sit behind the heels. And then extend the legs out in front of you with the knees bent quite a lot. And we're just going to reach for our feet, the outside edges of the feet, and let our upper body fold over the thighs. So we want to have our knees as bent as we need so that we have a place for our body to rest. If you're super flexible and you don't need a bent knee, go for it. But you can take a yin style here, meaning not really worrying much about the alignment of the spine. You can let your head hang if that feels good for your neck and shoulders. And again, directing that breath into the back of the body. Last deep breath here. And then slowly begin to roll vertebrae by vertebrae up the spine. Making your way into a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. So rooting down the tailbone, lift up through the crown of the head, roll the shoulders back and in towards each other. So you lift your heart. And we're just going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just simply allowing a stretch in the left side of the neck. You can breathe into that space. Root down through the tailbone and keep extending the whole body. Just noticing any sensations that come up for you. You can begin to rock your head, maybe back a little bit, forward a little bit, or you can remain in stillness. Let's take one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna let the chin fall down towards the chest. And roll the left ear towards the left shoulder. Root down the tailbone and keep extending up and out of the hips. Lift the heart. Maybe rock your head back and forth if you are looking for more sensation. Or if you found it and that's it, stay there in stillness and just breathe. Try to relax the shoulders. Root down the tailbone. Extend the whole body and breathe. Last deep breath here. And then roll the chin towards the chest. Inhale your way back up to seated. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee, just a simple twist to the left. Tailbone is rooted, lifting through the crown of the head. Take 2 breaths. exhale will unwind you. Inhale lifts the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right, left hand to the right knee, right fingertips behind you, tailbone rooted, crown of the head lifts, and very gently twisting. Breathe. Deep breath in, and then exhale, unwind. Couple of shoulder shrugs, just lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and then rolling them down the back. To a comfortable seat, finishing together with 3 mindful deep breaths. So empty out all the breath and take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. See if you can take your breath into a new place in the body. Last deep breath. Bringing the palms to touch at the heart, bow your chin towards your chest. Give yourself the gratitude for showing up today for yourself. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. It means a lot. Namaste.